Every time you make a decision, you actually don't. Because every decision you make is another decision you didn't make. Opportunity cost, defined as the loss of potential gain from other alternatives when one alternative is chosen. The negation of this statement can also hold true. The gain of potential loss from other alternatives when one alternative is chosen. Now, have you ever laid in bed staring at the ceiling when suddenly all of your past missteps come flooding back to you in 4K? When your brain says, sleep? No, who needs that? Let's replay the time you said you too to the waiter at the restaurant who told you to enjoy your food. Yeah, me too. It's easy to look back on the past and think, wow, I should have done this, I should have done that. What in the world was I thinking? My older sister once told me something along the lines of, I'm so glad that I came to this college because I know I wouldn't have been as happy anywhere else. All of the friends I've met here are my best friends I would have never met had I gone anywhere else. And to that I thought, well, yeah. But you might have met new friends that you would have come to say the exact same thing about had you gone elsewhere. But you didn't, so who knows? With every action you take, no matter how minuscule, you have created another parallel universe where every further action you take will continue to do the same, and will branch on and on and on and on, forever. There is no way to determine which specific set of choices will lead to your most optimized universe, even for the most meticulous perfectionist. If you're anything like me, this will be a very hard pill to swallow. But you can reframe it this way. Every opportunity missed is another opportunity gained. Of course, it is partially up to your individual judgment to determine whether the opportunity you are considering is wise or not. But skipping class to binge watch a show is an opportunity by definition. My parents always tell me that I have 选择困难症, literally translated as difficulty in making decisions disease. In other words, meaning I am terribly indecisive. And I never understood why everyone else wasn't. Isn't it daunting to think about everything you would be missing out on once you finalized your choice? It feels like there's just never enough time in the day to do everything there is to do. I always thought that making decisions meant limiting your pool of options. However, time stops for nobody. It is inevitable that you'll have to hurry up and choose something sooner or later. As they say, if you chase two girls, you lose the one. We live in a world of infinite possibilities if you dare to dream them. But of course, choice is a double-edged sword. The days crawl on slowly, while the years fly by. So although 24 hours in a day may initially sound like a lot, before you know it, a couple years will have passed, and those few hours that you don't think much of as you live each day will be what you come to regret in the future. I think now that I should have done this and that earlier. So much like how a dog is a man's best friend, hindsight is a man's worst enemy. But you will never be aware of all of the right choices you made, because you never got the opportunity to see if a different choice would have ended differently, and how it would have differed. Maybe, just maybe, in that parallel universe, where you thought, I should do this, I should do that, and you did, you would have come to regret that choice even more. For every regret you have now, there are infinitely many more regrets you would have had you not done everything you did leading up to this point in time. So perhaps, instead of lying awake, knowing that you regret your choices, you should lie awake commending your choices that may have just saved the day. I guarantee you, there is another version of you out there that wishes to be in your spot. All of your wrong choices are made clear to you, but the right ones are more hidden. You will always be aware of all of your regrets, but never be aware of all of the bullets you have dodged. That is the nature of opportunity cost. If you feel you've missed an opportunity, you can't change what has happened. But there will always be something you can do today to change what will happen, because there will always be another opportunity. With this in mind, you should of course learn from your mistakes, but also never stop moving forward. Be hard on yourself, but reasonably so. You can't change the past, but no matter what happens, I believe there will always be something you can do to change the future. even if it's just a little bit. You always have the freedom to choose what to do next. That is a right that no one can ever take away from you. So yes, even though I've made countless blunders along the way, and I know that I'll continue to do so in the future, I'm glad that I am who I am today. Be proud of how far you've come. In the future, I will look back on the present me and feel very embarrassed on behalf of myself, as it happens when we look at ourselves the previous year every passing year. But I know that I wouldn't want to change a thing. I know that I will be glad I took risks to grow. So if you ever find yourself at a crossroads, just know this: it may be the illusion of choice. They may be disguised, but the same in nature, two good choices. There are many different means to the same end, and there are many versions of you out there that are happy, doing different things. And isn't that the ultimate goal? So, take calculated risks, pursue what you love, and then never look back. Thank you.